Welcome to Season 1 of Bards Atlas. Tonight's episode was inspired by a speed painting done by Siler. Enjoy. Computer, open my personal log. New entry. I've reached the side of the transmission. It's coming from a piece of vision tech. Looks ancient. Early Imperial era, maybe? The carbon hull is in bad shape, but maybe I can... No. That's not going anywhere. I'm just gonna have to see what it says, I guess. These old vision tech transmitters, they're pretty primitive. They can only transmit visions in real time. That means whatever's on here, I'll have to narrate it as I go. I don't have a lot of practice with this, so let's go ahead and open a new submission and I'll record straight onto that.
Incoming message. New database submission imminent. Log ID
021256, subject, Vision Tech message, Elden Moon in Republic Space, coordinates, let's see, 038500.
Compiled. Begin submission.
If this thing fries my brain, please tell my friend Eli that I borrowed his deodorizer and I forgot to give it back. I'm sorry, not sorry. I was in a bind. Okay. Here I go. I see AC, an ocean. It's vast, incomprehensibly big. I'm standing on a rock in the middle. Waves flow in and out around me and at my feet. My toes dip in. The water is warm on the surface, cool underneath. My toe brushes against the sand. It tickles a little. I laugh out loudly. A small crustacean has grabbed my toe. I reach down and let it scuttle onto my outstretched finger. I look at it up close. Its back is awash with colors within a spectrum of an otherwise dark, shimmery shell. I watch as it crawls to the end before jumping back into the ocean. It hits the surface with a tiny splash. I look around. I'm alone in the middle of the gently rippling blanket of water. My oasis of land is the only dry spot. I'm not afraid. I'm only concerned with the sea, and now, the sky. The light blossoms against the clouds with flowers of crimson, citrus, and violet. The sun is going to rest, revealing a new layer of sky sprinkled with stars. It's the Ferris Nebula. I as Fox, know that. Not whoever I'm viewing as. The stars distract me, and I lose all concept of time. I forget why I came out here. I forget who I am. Just for a moment. My trance is interrupted by a sound. It's a loud, cavernous moan coming from underneath the water. The sound surrounds me. I hunch down on the rock, feeling excitement well up in me. I know what's coming. Just ahead of me, large bubbles start to form, maybe 50 meters away. They start slow, but get gradually faster as the moaning call gets louder and louder. It's a giant creature. Massive, maybe the size of a cruiser. It has huge fins. It's slapping its belly on the water, making huge waves. Oh, I have to... I'm hanging onto the rock. A huge wave knocked me over. It's great. This is hilarious to me. To the viewer, not to me. I Fox, am kind of terrified. Whoa, that's another huge wave. I'm going to drown. I'm underwater. It's getting darker. I'm not really laughing anymore. I feel myself being dragged down by something heavy. It's caught on my ankle. I can't reach down to get it. The current is too strong. I feel the pressure building in my ears. My stomach growls. My viewer is starving. It's the only thing I can think about, despite the fact that I'm drowning. It's getting dim. This is all I can take. I'm going to drown here. I look up at the last glimmer of red light as the sun is setting on the horizon. I stare deeply into it, desperate for it to give me some warmth. Warm. That's how I feel. I don't feel hungry anymore. My head is so light I can barely tell that I'm drowning. My body feels warm as I look at the light, but my eyes start to fail, and they drift towards the darkness in the rest of the sky. How? Something's happening. My eyes are open. The stars are blinding. I can see the nebulas again. The brilliant planets and star systems glittering against the black blanket of the sky. While my body is limp and numb, barely taking air back in, I feel something press my hands against familiar stone. I grasp the rock and then feel the weight underneath me depart. I look around. I'm back on the rock. The creature is leaving. It saved me from the water. Something's still wrapped around my ankle. Oh, it's the vision tech device. It must have been thrown into the wave and caught around my ankle. It's pretty heavy. I look back at the creature, now slapping its belly on the surface in the distance. I wave goodbye. I hear a young girl's voice say, "Thank you." It's my voice, it's the viewer. She's lying on her back again. Her stomach growls. She doesn't even think of her hunger as she looks back at the stars and falls asleep.
End of submission. Submission status: fact, fiction, uncertain.
Fact, these old Vision Tech messages are really, really difficult to fake. I witnessed a vision left by a girl a millennium ago. She was stranded on that rock. This rock. Going to die. But she found beauty in the world. Yeah, this is big stuff. We've had geological evidence that Siler once had its own water-based ecosystem. But this is not the first anthropological evidence we found. I'm not sure what reactivated this beacon after presumably being dead this whole time. It might have something to do with the flow, who knows. The vision looks too old for me to be able to copy, but any crew able to make it out here should be able to see it too, maybe even haul it off. The ocean may be gone, but those stars look as awesome as ever. I think I'll take a nap too.
Compiled. Database updated. Awaiting further submissions. Standby mode initiated.
This is Preston Richard. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Bards Atlas. An Ocean of Memory was inspired by a speed painting done by a member of the DeviantArt community, Siler113, painting number 75. See the link in the description. This episode was written and performed by Preston Richard. Music and editing also by Preston Richard. Bards Atlas is a narrative and lore-building podcast that follows Fox and Eli, two traveling bards seeking new knowledge and stories across the universe. If you'd like to get in touch with us or submit a work of art to inspire a future episode, send an email to bardsatlas@gmail.com or find us on Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to leave a comment and a rating on iTunes. It'll really help us out a lot. And as always, thank you so much for listening.